we've taken these new super high resolution satellite suppliers. Most of them are in the military sort of space that we're piggybacking off. We get access now to a number of 30 centimetre pixel resolution satellite images. That's the highest commercially we can purchase. Unfortunately, we had a 10 centimetre supplier lined up, but I just had a meeting with them this morning, and the 10 centimetre pixel satellite has just died before it's been able to capture any decent imagery. So they're devastated, but and we're devastated because it was going to take us to the next level. But all the stuff I'm going to show you now is with the 30 centimetre pixel resolution satellite. So what we've done is we tasked the satellite. They're not routinely capturing, so we tasked the satellite. We've built an algorithm as part of the GADC project where we can detect the individual weeds and the patches of weeds. And that's the kind of thing where you got a bigger milk thistle, we're chasing the bigger weeds here. We're not chasing small weeds. So we're pretty comfortable at that sort of 30 centimetre weeds. We're getting very high accuracies on now. But you can see here that, we buffered each weed as well by a couple of metres to make sure we actually hit it, because the alignment of the satellite and the sprayer is important. But we're finding the satellite's very, very good. And here's another example where we've got patches of weeds. Again, only 25% of the field had weeds. There's a lot, even with the buffering, around each weed, we're still getting massive savings. And even we've done work into row crops as well, like sorghum here. This is our southwestern Queensland, where we've been able to pick up the barnyard in between the sorghum rows. So we sort of extracted out the sorghum rows and then left the weeds behind, and the green image in the middle shows the location of those weed patches. So we could be spot spraying with a shielded sprayer, for example, or it could be a post treatment or something like that. Or a different herbicide if that's the case. Probably not in this case, but in some cases it might be a different herbicide. So we are doing row cropping as well. So this is what it looked like in the machine. So we took the files from the satellite, put it into the sprayer, and all it does is just turning that section on and off. So the grower in this case is a reason, not too old John Deere, but Gen 4 screen, and you can see on the screen the green dots there are the yellow dots from the images before, where we've picked up the weeds, individual weeds. That feather top's been sprayed 3 times and hasn't been killed. So we came in that day, the operator opened up the screen. We'd already put it through the ops center. He'd selected on the job and he went spraying. So it was a completely hands-free process for the grower. No additional hardware, no additional software on his behalf, and whacked it with a pretty heavy brew and saved $9,000 in chemical in that paddock that morning. So, this is our biggest opportunity that we've uncovered out of all this work, and we're shortly about to launch this commercially. Is there any questions on that?
How big is the weed in the 30 centimetre? Like, how much of the 30 centimetre pixel needs to have some green to sort of trigger it?
We're still working on what that exactly looks like. We know that we can get a small patch of, say, volunteer weed in 30 centimetres and it'll pick it up. But we're trying to target the big, hard to kill weeds. And I've told the team, let's just focus on 30 centimetres and above. And we're getting, very high accuracies of the 30 centimetres and above. So it's the big, hard to kill stuff that we're chasing, not the thumbnail stuff. But I know that's not the best weed management. I'm not, of course I know that, but what I see driving around every day is paddocks full of hard to kill weeds and growers struggling. What we also found is that only 70% of farmers in Australia from our surveys have not purchased any sort of spot spraying technology. So there's an enormous number of people that need this help but haven't got any tools to do it.